Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air. This is... What were you saying? This is Yip Yip.
Hooray!
An Avatar podcast. All right. Hey, everybody. This is technically... All right. It's not that bad. Come on, you guys.
Go. Keep going.
All right. And we're back! Taking you into the midnight hour. So this is technically episode 1 of either Avatar The Last Podbender, Team Avatar. Greg came up with Fly Away on My Zephyr, a little Red Hot Chili Pepper reference. Don't hate it.
I had Yip Yip.
Yip Yip indeed.
It's a little Weezer reference.
So friends, we watched the first 3 episodes of Avatar The Last Airbender. We watched the Boy in the Iceberg, The Avatar Turns, and The Southern Air Temple.
Way to go.
Yeah, and I'm your co-host, Jordan.
And I'm your co-host, Katie.
And we're joined by...
Our co-host.
Co-host. That was like guest. Jessica.
Guest co-host, Jessica, who will fly in and out like an airbender.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know if I want to be an airbender.
Oh.
I'm just saying I haven't picked my element yet.
Oh, she is...
Yeah, good.
Opinions.
Yeah, don't be forced into that.
No, I pick immediately. Okay.
Wow.
So we begin. Episode 1 starts. We get a little exposition about what's going on. We have a war. It's been going on for 100 years.
We
the
have
Fire
a war.
Nation. Yeah.
Sorry, you keep going.
Fire Nation is on the brink of winning said war. Avatar's gone. He's somehow the only person who could end this war. Not the other people. They couldn't rally together and stop them. Had to be the Avatar.
Right. I feel like everyone's like, nope, can't do it.
No.
I know. I was like, what makes Fire Nation better than everybody else?
They're industrialized. Did you see their ships?
Did you see what Sokka was trying to fight with?
A snowball.
Very Princess Mononoke.
Ooh, getting some...
I don't know. Sokka was so angsty. I just loved it. He was so grumpy in the beginning.
Oh, it's great. He's just the skeptic the whole time.
Okay, Jessica, as a first timer, how was it?
It's good. It was a lot of information up top, especially like the 100-Year War. And it's like, oh, there's airbender, earthbender, waterbender, firebender. And I'm like, whoa, what's happening?
What are we bending?
Yeah, and it's like air nomads, water people. No, I can't remember. I was like, I couldn't get all their
Water tribe.
Water tribe, earth nation,
Kingdom. Fire Nation.
Fire
Everyone has,
Nation.
everyone has different names.
Yeah.
No empire, so I mean, we're good there.
Yeah.
And then there's non-benders who are just, I guess, affiliated with whatever element they live in.
Well, that's what I was like. Are there people in Fire Nation who aren't firebenders?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. So every nation has the benders and the non-benders.
Right. Water
Air
nations.
nomads right now. Air
Oh,
nomads
well.
exclusively airbending right now.
Exclusive. He's got an exclusive.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's kind of a sore subject currently.
So we meet our
I
characters.
don't know if I'm going to get into it, but I feel like he should be a little bit sadder about
Oh, Aang?
yeah.
So
when
we're
he
just
finds
gonna
out.
do just quick opinions of overall first 3 episodes. Yeah, I mean he takes it pretty well.
He's
Wait.
like, oh, it's been 100 years? Cool.
I
Like,
wonder
not
what my
like-
room. I wonder what my room looks like. I haven't cleaned it in 100 years. So a little nitpicky. Being a Nickelodeon kids show, the early episodes have some juvenile humor, which
I feel like we've already established, maybe we haven't, but we've established with you personally that we gotta get into it, and then it gets...
I thought the episodes were great.
ooh,
And, like,
great.
Yeah, it's like pilot-y in that you'd like set up the whole universe, and so like not a lot can happen because you're already getting a lot of information.
And I think with that, they do a really good job. I mean, they set up some antagonism. You get a foil with the main character. You pretty much establish all the main characters. There's been so many shows that I've watched that I couldn't name drop the main 5 characters. But they do a good job of making sure you're like, oh, this is Katara. This is her thing. She's a fledgling waterbender. This is Sokka. Kind of sexist. He can't bend. This is Aang. He's immature.
Right. But I think this is you're doing, Jessica, a great job of it being your first time and you being able to identify all of that, because I think my first time, I did not get it. I was like, what is happening? And now,
But then,
get it.
you just have me and Katie sitting on the couch, and I'm just like anticipating every moment and wanting her to react in certain ways. You're like,
It's a lot of pressure.
why are you laughing right now? This is the immaterial.
Yeah.
This is good
This is
stuff.
material.
Okay.
You're not laughing now. Are you ever gonna laugh?
Can we talk about the beginning a little bit?
Okay, as a longtime fan here, pick me. As soon as it started and we fade to the title screen with like that white backdrop, black letters, book 1, water,
Wow.
chapter 1, boy in the iceberg, instant goosies.
You really took me back to the Long Beach, sitting on the couch, being sick. Yeah, that soundtrack, it was nice. And then I like glance over at Jordan and he's like just a really content, like smile, just really happy with what is going on.
I was so comfortable, I almost just laid into Greg, just like get into some cuddles.
Side note, Greg, who you don't know, is Jessica's husband. So anyway,
He enjoyed it.
He's downstairs.
not invited. Well, any opening?
Your
Yeah.
opening- your-
I
wait,
was
wait.
like, oh, Earth, air, water, fire. Where have I heard this before? Captain Planet. Where's element heart?
It's inside of all of us. We'll just say the non-benders. The non-benders are hard.
Because like Avatar is like Captain Planet, but he's also air, aka wind, which like I don't know, in the Captain Planet universe, I don't know if wind was the best.
Oh.
Well, it's not about.
But I mean certainly better than heart. I mean we all know heart was kind of the BS one anyway.
Yeah.
But then my other thought later, and it took me a while to realize it, but I was also like, this is like the new She-Ra on Netflix. Have you guys seen the new She-Ra?
No, I just rewatch Avatar. I'll get done. I'll finish the last episode of Korra, and I'll be like, "Can we watch Avatar again?"
And
So
here we
no.
are. No.
Okay, so She-Ra is great, but there's like different princesses on this planet, and one princess is like the plant princess, and one princess is like the water princess.
This is adorable.
One princess is the ice princess, and she controls ice. Like they're little like benders, but they're princesses.
Ah.
See, now we know.
Yes.
Do you have?
I love Zuko's desperation in the first 3 episodes to find the Avatar at all costs, and then when he has him, it's so funny to watch him just like freak out. Like Aang trashes him with his mattress in his bedroom, which that mattress looked gross. I don't know if you paid attention. I was like, geez, get some sheets on that or something. And then
Too
Aang
realistic.
escapes. He's flying away. And then Zuko jumps like 30 feet to like jump on top of him and then get him. And the next thing we know, Zuko's falling into the ocean, apparently climbs up the side of the ship.
Yeah, that was insane.
So he's very athletic.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
It's great. And I loved finding out that the person who plays the voice actor for Zuko is the guy who plays Rufio.
In Hook.
Rufio.
I mean, were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I was very surprised. Like, I can hear it now. I've only seen Rufio in Hook and in, oh gosh, what was
American
the name
Dragon,
of that movie?
Jake Long.
What?
American Dragon, Jake Long.
No, I haven't seen that.
What's his real
No,
name?
he was in a
Dante
movie with
Basco.
Antonio Banderas and Lauren from Degrassi. That's her real name.
What?
Yeah, and it's about ballroom dancing where like Antonio Banderas goes into like this inner city school and Rufio's one of like the high school students.
Yeah.
And like teaches them ballroom dancing.
Might have to watch
It
this.
came out like around the time Step Up came out. Which like how old was Rufio? He shouldn't have been playing a high schooler at that point.
No, the beautiful thing about the guy who plays him is that his voice is just like parts of him, like he just doesn't age. Like he shows up at cons, and I guess he looks like he's 20 or something, but he could be all of our dads.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Filipino.
I think that's accurate.
Rufio.
Okay, speaking of voice actors, Commander Zhao, Sideburns, the big
Yes.
bad guy, totally Jason Isaacs, who is Lucius
Oh.
Malfoy.
Wow.
Yes,
Lucius Malfoy. You
He's
didn't
Daddy
know?
Oh my god. Ew.
Also, the guy who plays Sokka is an alumni of all that.
Which person on all that?
His name's like Jack DeCena.
I guess I need a
DeCena.
picture, honestly. If it's
Yeah,
not
I
don't know if he
Kenan
was
Thompson,
visual.
Amanda Bynes.
I don't think he was like
or,
Keenan and Kel era.
Is there more?
I think
Is there
there-
just
is there
another
another
I
era?
think it was structured like SNL. Like you'd have
With
like your cast.
oh god, what was her
and-
name? What was the?
Amanda Bynes.
No, not Amanda Bynes. She like did the news. You know how all that had like a news segment. It was like update, but on all that.
Right.
No.
It was like Laura Beth.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She's the best.
Another Nickelodeon show.
And see, this is why I'm drawing a blank, is because
You're a Disney kid.
I'm a Disney girl.
Oof.
Well, I don't know if you remember this, Katie, but do you remember we had an orange velvet couch in my house growing up? And it was
Where?
like the couch from Snick. You know, the teen Nick, Snick.
Oh wow.
What?
You guys don't remember this?
Not really.
So
Again,
at
Disney
night
girl.
on Nickelodeon, it turned into Snick. Which why Snick? I never thought about that before.
Whose idea was
Would
that?
the S make it like a thing? But it was for teens, and that's like all that would be part of Snick. And Are You Afraid of the Dark, which I wouldn't watch because that was too scary.
Yeah, because
Ugh.
I was afraid of the dark.
But like the interstitials would be like teens sitting on this like orange couch because it's Nickelodeon and
Like
it has
Friends?
to be orange, kind of. But they'd be like in like a dark. I don't know. In my mind, it was like a black abyss with an orange couch, but it was like we had the Snick couch.
Where?
It was in our main living room. This is like we were young. I don't know when we finally upgraded the couch, but we used to have like an orange velvet couch.
Did you have a matching Nickelodeon blimp from the Kids' Choice Awards?
That would be great, or some like slime just hanging out.
Okay,
Yeah.
you have like the orange with Nickelodeon, but then everything's slime, and yeah, the end.
Wow.
So Avatar, you watch the show, and I love that they're just like like they are so confident in what they're doing. Like the pacing, like I remember like the second episode, like there's just a moment where there's a slow burn happening. Like Sokka's standing on like the edge of the ice. Like it doesn't feel like it should be a Nickelodeon show or like a normal kids show. Definitely like Miyazaki-esque, just kind of like taking its own time. And so I definitely really appreciate and respect that Nickelodeon let this show fly. So thank you, Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I mean, should we go back to episode 1 where they find like
Yeah.
a kid in this like iceberg?
Yeah, how was that for you?
It's the waterbenders, and she's like, I can kind of waterbend, and she's like holding a fish in like above the canoe, and her brother's like not paying attention, which I related to that. Like it was a very true brother sister relationship where the brother doesn't like care at all like what's going on with what the sister is doing.
Just some PTSD.
And then he's like, whatever, not a big deal. Just because he thinks waterbending's stupid because like he can't do it. Obviously,
Right.
if he was a waterbender, he'd be like all about it. And then they like go in like rapids all of a sudden. I don't know if this is like true to life in the Antarctic. And then as soon as their boat crashes, the rapids like disappear and they're just like alone on the
Right,
one
smooth
ice
sailing.
floe.
It's magic. It's destiny. The fates drew them there.
And so then they find this like little boy in ice. She breaks him open, and he's like, "Hey,
Not
let's go
dressed
penguin
very
sliding,"
warm.
which was great. It was a great classic kids cartoon moment where you're like expecting him to be all profound, and he's just like, "Let's be friends."
Oh yeah, no.
But the greatest moment was meeting Appa.
Aww. But then
Aw.
blows like a snot rocket all over Sokka, and he
Right,
just
that's like
Classic.
one of the first things. I mean, is that what was endearing about him?
The snot program. Well, I think, as Greg, my husband, said, I think what's endearing about Appa is because he does look a mixture of Totoro and the cat bus from My Neighbor Totoro. So it's just a cute design for water buffalo with his little tail, and he's like swims through the water. He's like sleepy.
has that beautiful growl.
Yeah, can't fly. I mean,
Hey, you try sleeping for 100 years. Okay, let's talk about this. How much energy does it take to A, bend an element, B, fly as I'm assuming several ton animal?
Well, they just fly, right? Like, is he bending air like the animal?
but they're like natural. I think.
I don't think they...
Do any of the other, my question was, do any of the other have like elemental creatures that, like, she doesn't have like a water creature that like,
You just have to
She
keep
could, like-
watching.
I feel like we're
maybe.
gonna
Dolphin
keep
around.
watching.
Maybe there are other animals. Or
I mean, the
things.
penguins, other than their weird, freaky extra arms and seal faces, they didn't have any
they were
special
not
water
benders.
powers.
Or the giant, like, tiger seals like we meet at the beginning with the huge mouths.
We'll find
You
out.
just gotta keep watching.
The juxtaposition in the first episode of, like, Goofy and Light with Aang and the gang versus...
Ooh, Aang and the Gang. That's
That
a good
could be the
podcast.
versus the, like, seriousness and the darkness of what Zuko and Uncle are doing.
Oh, no.
Well,
Uncle just
Uncle's
wants some
not.
tea.
Uncle's
Oh,
not
yeah.
serious. Uncle, I wrote down Uncle Fire, best character? Question mark.
Uncle Fire. Also, yes, Uncle Fire is the best character.
It's so good.
He loves
And like
the
he
sweeter
just
things.
he's just smooth and calm, collected.
Wise, he's been around. I mean, you get like a nice sensei vibe from him.
Like I want him to be my uncle.
Okay, let's get in it. Favorite characters so far? 3 episodes in.
Well, Appa, Uncle Fire. I mean, Guitar. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna like the girl character the best.
Why?
Because I like her the best. I don't know, like
Sibling rivalry.
Ong is like
Aang,
so young.
don't you dare. Don't you
Ong?
dare say Ong. That's how they pronounce it in the movie. They say Ong
Oh, instead of Aang.
and Avatar.
Oh.
Really?
No, we can't.
No, I don't even
and
want to talk about this.
Sokka.
Okay. We gotta move on.
Okay.
Well, you can air your grievances another time. I haven't seen the live action.
3 episodes in. Favorite characters? Katie?
Uncle Iroh is definitely up there. I also like Gran.
Okay, I thought Gran Gran was
Gran's
cold
mean.
as ice. Yeah, no bad Gran Gran.
No, I liked her because
She was so
I
abrasive.
didn't really remember her like being that way.
No.
I
No,
was like-
this was the worst Gran Gran moment for me because in my mind, like they speak fondly of her after
Yes.
this episode. You're like,
Yes.
oh yeah, Gran Gran. No.
Okay, wait. But so she has a little moment. She's been like holding it together. Like the kids have died, or at least the mom, which I don't know if that's
They don't establish the relationship.
I don't know. Was it her
Oh,
daughter?
yeah, we don't know if
her
it's the mom or the
daughter-in-law?
dad.
Mom
you know.
died. All the men are gone.
Right. So she's definitely holding down the fort. Okay. In the end, she gives them their little pack to go and gives like her blessing. So, I feel for those grandmas. And then I don't do the favorites. So they're all good in their own way. And Sokka, I like that he was like angsty. It's a good time, but he's like out of control. Just like Aang, Katara, she's good.
Well, like
Obviously
I
it
like
has a lot
Gran
of
Gran
heart.
Stoneface the first time we meet her with like the kids come back, but then when they're like telling Aang to like get out of the village, like we don't like you anymore, I was like, what's Gran Gran have against this little boy?
Gran
Like,
Gran was like gonna get the pitchfork out.
Yeah, because her and Sokka are trying to like keep it together, and yeah, those were the rules. They weren't supposed to go screw around on the ship and send off the signal.
so you're banished from the village and sent to the wastes of the world.
Yeah, it's tough choices. It's a war, man.
Oh wow, getting the Mulan reference. Okay, beginning of episode 2, you get the actual theme where it goes through like water, earth, fire, air. But yeah, you guys noticed, total spoilers for that episode. It's like, oh, my brother and I discovered the new avatar, an airbender named Aang. And he had not fessed up to that. No one knew.
Yeah, like, did you know he was the Avatar, Jessica?
I mean, yeah, because I knew that the main character was Caillou, and that kid was clearly Caillou.
The name's called Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Although I didn't know until later. I was like, are the arrows indicating that he, like, does the airbender, now I know all airbenders, or at least 2 airbenders, have arrows on their foreheads. But I thought maybe that was also, like, the mark of the avatar. But apparently it's just, and we also find out that you don't have to be an airbender to be an avatar, which I thought that that's what they were saying at the beginning.
Oh.
And I was like, why does the airbenders get to, like, lord over everyone else?
Because they have the best name, Air Nomad.
Okay, wait. Okay, what's your favorite character?
Sokka, 100%. Well, okay, so I like Sokka throughout. He's great. Uncle
Yeah.
Iroh.
3 episodes in was...
3 episodes in, Sokka had some good moments. Sokka's doing his own thing, but he's being supportive. You gotta like Aang.
Finally.
Zuko is a fantastic foil. Like when I remember like early times I've watched it, I've never like connected with Zuko, but I like him for his passion.
Right. And so then during like the little fight, were you rooting for Zuko? Were you rooting for like
Sideburns?
Oh, that fight. So
There's been a lot of fighting.
It is called an Agni Kai, a duel between firebenders.
I didn't really have a stake in it yet. Like,
You weren't invested.
I mean, obviously we're not Team Fire overall.
Unless it's Team
I mean, wouldn't
Uncle
that be
Fire.
interesting if I watched it and I was like, I don't know, these firebenders seem to know what they're talking about. Like, these people should just be subjugated. I don't understand.
We should probably enact
Which,
genocide.
like, what bee got in Fire's bonnet that they were like, I guess we should just rule the world?
Imperialism, Jessica.
Yeah.
They wanted to expand.
I guess that's like always my question these days. I'm like, all this work for what? So you can just like tell people what to do? It doesn't sound like worth it. But I don't know. I kind of wanted Pink Eye to get his butt handed to him.
Pink Eye is Zuko for the listeners at home. Because no one knew what was going on with his eye.
We still don't.
Obviously it's Pink Eye. They do say, remember the last time you battled a master? And it pans over to his
But
scar
that
on
was
his face.
it. Did you notice that, Jessica?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of well, one again before we saw Other, I was like, oh, is it like the forehead arrow?
The
Do
mark
they
of a
all have-
firebender.
Yeah, they all have fire.
And you will get Pink Eye.
Messed up eye.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just like I guess Water Tribe, they all have the haircut or like the hairstyle that seems
loopies.
really annoying to wear at
Hair
all
loopies.
times.
Yeah.
Like, it's impair your ability to see. Just like having like constant hair in front of your face, but just like a rope.
It's a
here.
cultural thing, Jessica.
I know. I'm just saying this doesn't seem practical.
What is your opinion of the character designs?
You mean like the look of them?
Yeah, in general.
Well, I
like
think it's
arrow
interesting.
tattoos and Pink Eye.
Well, yeah, it's very interesting. Like I wrote down, is Fire Japan, Wind Tibet, Water the Inuits, but they're in south of Antarctica. But there's the same. Are they the same tribe in the North Pole?
Just
I
have to
don't
keep
know.
watching.
And then Earth ? I mean, right now at this point, I'm most interested in Earth just because we haven't seen
what's
Earth
going on
other
with
than the
them?
beginning where the guy like stamps his foot and the like Earth raises up.
right.
Because I do feel like if I had to like choose a element outside of Avatar, like just in the world, Earth is like the element,
That tracks. Taurus.
or water.
You know what other Taurus said that she would be an earthbender today? My mother. Who
Well, see?
yeah, no, I
Great
was trying
minds.
to explain what we were doing. And my mom's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Well, I would be earth and your dad would be fire." I was like, "Would he?" Anyway.
Oh, I also wrote down, you need all 4 elements to defeat one fire. They were like, only the guy who has all 4 can defeat. It's like, do you need all 4 to defeat a waterbender? No. Why? What makes firebenders other than they have industrialism? But that doesn't, like in a one-on-one fight, it shouldn't matter.
Plot. But I did notice, this is the first time I really noticed that like Aang has an innate advantage of like fighting all these like firebenders because they don't know how to combat an airbender. You could probably take down an earthbender or waterbender, but he's like, suck it. I got all this air power. Check this out. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Right, you've never dealt with me before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Perfect.
it was fun watching him zip around, and it's like seeing an old friend for me.
Yeah, Uncle Fire?
I wrote down, Arrowhead, better or worse than Harry Potter's scar?
Ooh.
Thoughts?
Oh.
This is when I thought it marked him as an avatar. You know, like Harry's
Oh,
the
yeah.
chosen
Okay.
one. I was like, giant arrow in your head. Chosen one?
Yeah, definitely different.
In terms of how they get them, I don't want Harry's burden that comes with how he got his scar.
Right.
Mhm.
But I
So-
mean, basically the same thing happened to Aang in that his family is now dead.
That's true.
Although, like, how do, like, are there only we only saw boy airbenders.
Mhm.
and like they
Only saw boy
get
firebenders.
they get sent off to a monastery to train. So I'm just saying, how are we creating new airbenders?
Ooh.
Where are these new airbenders coming from? Because I mean, if it's monastic life as we know it, they're not meeting ladies.
No, none of that around.
Right.
But they have a certain marking to them. So, like, are they born with the marking, or are they, like, chosen, like a... I'm trying to think of something where they, like, christen you and they give you the marking. I guess branded. Are they branded with those arrows?
And Jessica's here to ask the tough question.
It's a very painful process.
Like, everyone else looks like what we would consider a normal human being.
Okay, to answer your question, I would take the arrow tattoos because they're like on his hands and his feet. Like Katara like watches him put his clothes on. She's like, what's going on there?
I know. I felt like I needed to look away from the screen. Right? Like it was kind of intimate.
When he was like,
oh.
Well, it was weird that he woke up from a dream in a new place without his shirt on. It's him seemingly not remembered getting to that place.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what happened between getting on Appa? Like, did he just pass out? Because he was driving Appa.
I mean, Appa was like swimming.
Oh, that was the other thing. Why did it take them longer than they were out in the canoe for longer than a day fishing? It seemed like they got very far away from the village very quickly.
Hey, you saw there was not many resources in their village. Sokka had to find some stuff, and it was all in that canoe. It was gone.
Well, you know they're all on the keto diet, just eating seal fat.
You'd have to know about the keto diet.
Well, yeah, I just learned about the keto diet. That's like based on like Inuits who like would live a long time and not have diseases, and all they ate were like seals.
Wow.
They didn't have vegetables.
Like just based off of their diet?
Well, they like studied that, and I think some other societies, but one of the big ones. And then they like some like white people got trapped with the Inuits for a while, and they ate their diet, and they did fine because they were like, oh, is it like a genetic thing, like they're predisposed to be able to have that diet? But it turns out nope, any person could just eat seal meat and be fine.
Wow.
Join us next week when we begin the seal fat diet.
I mean, he wanted that seal jerky. He was
that's
very
true.
upset when the
That's
seal
true.
jerky was gone.
Because he is on the keto diet.
But that campfire smelled real nice.
Okay, so we end our episode. Aang finds out he is presumably the last of his kind. Takes it kind of rough. Goes into the Avatar state. Has to be calmed down. He's like creating a tornado. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, calm down. They go off on their adventure.
Okay, wait. But see, and then there's like showing different scenes from around the world. Like,
oh, when he goes Avatar.
right. So I was like, what's happening? Like, what is being activated around the world?
I think when he is using his Avatar powers at these like holy areas around the world, they're also like he's activating those like statues or holy areas, I'm assuming. And so people are like, whoa, we haven't seen this in 100 years. I know what this means. Sage person.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that was my other question. So after we figure out that you can have avatars, they come in sequence. Each element gets an avatar when the last one dies, I guess. It just like... But so like at the air temple, there's all the statues of the previous avatars. So presumably the other temples also have all the statues of all the other avatars?
I hope not all of them. That there was a lot of statues.
Yeah, but they're not all... You have to be an airbender to go to the air temple. So if you're a waterbender, do you not get to like go see all your incarnated peeps before
I
you?
thought that was something special. You know,
just the airbenders get that treatment.
the air nomads were like, I don't know, we got this free time. We're not eating. Let's like have all the statues.
They were probably really bored at times. I mean, because Aang noted that nobody could get up there except for airbenders. So why have a special door that can only be unlocked with airbenders?
So they had something to do.
Clearly.
I don't know. Another tough question by Jessica.
We'll have to start sending emails to the creative team. So guys, what were you thinking?
Yeah, we need some answers. Okay. And I feel like it was really this emotional. I feel like I was moved. I was disturbed by the Fire Nation attack, and I felt for Aang. I don't know.
When you walk in and see all the bones.
And his teacher and
Teacher, best friend, maybe father figure.
Yeah, it's like it's probably like that really hits. It's like, oh, it's been 100 years and
Yeah.
people are now dead.
Probably just in
And
denial.
I am the last airbender. Which I kind of feel like maybe he's not the last airbender. Because I feel like they never are the last airbender.
Do you have a theory about what's going to happen next?
Well, I guess after this last episode, what did we end with? Let's see. The fire guys are going after him, and their plan is to have him learn how to do water bending, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Katara learns.
you have to do it in order for some reason.
Which I don't know if you have to do it in order. I think no one is there to teach Aang, and so I think Katara made the observation about the cycle, and he's like, okay, yeah, we'll go do water next.
Right.
Also, air and water, fairly similar.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like Katara's the only one who really has it together. And so she's like, okay, trying to
But Katara,
round up the boys.
she's also never been away from home before, so
Yeah, everyone's on a new adventure.
Yeah.
Just like us.
So I guess I'm guessing that they're headed to the North Pole, but they obviously won't get there immediately. They'll have some kind of adventure on some kind of random island.
well, we have to fill 20 episodes.
Yeah.
What surprised you most, Katie, about this rewatch?
I mean, I did get a little teary-eyed, which shouldn't be a big surprise to anyone in this room.
Katie gets teary-eyed watching anything.
Okay, and then Jordan gets some kind of pleasure watching me, like, cry, like, watching these shows.
I don't stare, but I look over. I'm curious. I like to watch you being moved by something.
And I am. And
It's pleasurable for me.
well...
I
And
mean,
I feel like Jessica, would you say you're a crier?
Me? No.
I also would say no. So,
About Jessica?
Jessica,
I did
stone
get teary the other day watching
I'm
something.
like crying.
What was it? I'll get back to you if I remember what it was.
When did you cry?
I don't even know now. There was like two
I think
different points.
I think when Gran was like packing up and telling him that their like destinies are intertwined.
Yeah, I
Looked
think
over.
that was. You looked over.
Yeah, of course I did. I got some goosies, so I looked over to see what Katie was doing, and she was wiping her eyes.
Well, there was a couple moments I was doing like breathing exercises
Because
to
you're a
kind of
firebender.
keep it together. Oh yeah, like where he's like Uncle Iroh's talking about like breath of fire type stuff. Does it remind you of my dad telling us about breath of fire?
What? That wasn't directed at me.
Okay, so when I was younger, my dad was all about like the power of breath, and he would do this thing. It was more like breathing in and out of your nose, I think, really fast.
See, because he's a firebender.
My mom was right. So it's been a very educational day.
Is he Japanese?
No.
Okay, not a firebender.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling really optimistic. I wasn't feeling super excited to watch the beginning episodes for some
Oh.
reason.
Because the back 50 are fantastic.
And these ones are good, but I think they get a lot better.
Quick, who had the best fashion?
Oh, best fashion. Like, which outfit would I want to wear the most? I don't know what we
Gran.
Gran. Gran's outfit.
Just what, furs?
Yeah, he got an issue.
Did you check me out when I
Although
said
I was
fur?
like, okay, so yes, you're wearing your like warm outfit, which is like, does the power of the wind keep Aang warm when he's like?
Presumably, he had not a coat. Nothing touched most of his body. His head was freezing. That boy needed a hat.
Yeah, and then later I was like, Tara and what's her brother's name again? Sokka. Shouldn't they be overheating when they're at the wind? Like they're like wearing such warm outfits, and it's like clearly like hot outside.
There was like it looked wintry at times. There's like some snow at the Southern Air Temple. High elevation.
I mean, once they climbed up,
Yeah.
or climbed or
flew, glided.
and then we don't really know how Fire Nation got up there.
Not yet.
Oh, and then I
Ooh.
was like, did they kill all the yaks? Did we talk about that?
Oh, the
Not-
what?
All the yaks, all the appas.
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
I mean,
Stay tuned.
I'm assuming they murdered them all
Oh my gosh.
and then ate them. I don't know, or just left
What?
them. I don't know.
You gonna bring up the keto diet again?
Maybe they were into
Part of the
it.
diet.
Okay,
They
who
can
has
just
the-
like cook their own meat like super easy. Okay, that scene was amazing. I appreciated the animators showing in the background of the firebenders using their little fires to melt the iced over comrades from
Oh, that was definitely a highlight.
He's just like, yeah,
And
that's the kind
Zuko's
of
just
stuff I'm here for.
barking to clean him out.
Right, then he was like, oh, well, like when you're done.
Whenever you're done with that. I'm angsty. Honor.
No, Rufio.
Okay, outfit.
What? No, you
Best
outfit.
fashion. Not Aang's. I don't know, like the yellow and orange didn't
It's kind of
quite.
And
frumpy.
it's like a cape, but it's like not a cape.
Yeah.
It's also attached. Yeah, it's interesting.
Flowy tunicky.
I was thinking like, what would that be like in real life
Maybe
to
it's like
wear?
aerodynamic.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I want to wear the Fire Nation outfit. Those like helmets are like too intense.
They're very spiky.
Yeah,
Looks
so
like
I guess,
skulls.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
gotta wear that sweet Inuit first.
see?
I guess we're going furs.
All right, now we know.
Okay, rate the episodes. Boy in the Iceberg, episode 1.
Boy in the Iceberg. I
Whoa.
say of the 3, probably that one's the lowest, just because it is like so set up.
Got to meet lots of friends.
Yeah. So what am I
Yeah,
ranking
like
it out of?
Out of
And
10.
what's this out of 10? What?
Out of 10 bison.
10 bison.
Duh.
Give it a yip yip.
All right,
Yip.
Give it a yip yip.
Can I get a yip yip?
3 out of 10 yips.
I got 3 out of 10 yips.
I mean, it was 5 out of 10 yips.
3.
Wow, no, I was
Okay.
going to say 4.
Well, you guys telling me
Dang.
that the other ones are so much better. So like,
That's true.
I can't be like 10 out of 10 yips, and then like later there's an amazing episode.
And like, wait,
You're
I've
like,
maxed out.
It's like also 10 out of 10 yips.
No,
Okay.
I respect the low score.
Knowing what I know
I'm
of,
being
like,
conservative.
we'll go 6.
I'm just saying it was like
6?
6 yip yips.
Whatever.
Yip 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 yip.
Well, there you go.
Okay, episode 2, Avatar Returns. How many yips?
okay, but now since we watched them back to back, you guys remind me. Avatar Returns. So it ends.
Like the flares going off.
Oh right. Okay.
Zuko's
So
like,
This
"I'm
is
gonna
where they're
get you."
defrosting the people.
yeah. I would say 7 yips.
I also say 7 yips.
Well, I'm out of that. I mean, I should have written down the score. I was going to say 6.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sick yip.
Sick yip.
Sick yip.
Okay, last episode, Southern Air Temple. How many yips?
It was so sad. 5 yips.
Ooh, I'm gonna go 6 yips.
6 yips.
Yip yip.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, yip yips. So next episode is the Warriors of Kyoshi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I could tell them to you in
this is
succession
very
if you'd
exciting. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Well, at some point they will be viewed, and we're gonna be back to you to gossip and hopefully talk more about the keto diet.
yeah, and yip around.
Yep, we're all gonna
Yip,
be yipping around for the rest of the night. All right, yippers. You have a good time down in Yipperdown.
Yipper.
Yipper down.
I said Yippertown.
Oh, Yipper down.
Yip-
Yeah, I
mean, we-
got time to yipper down.
All right, we're gonna go
Yeah.
Yipperdown.
Yeah, so I'm here.
Yeah, there's Jordan.
And I'm Katie. Yeah, I like when your lip kind of.
Kind of trembles.
No, I liked it more to the side.
Like this.
More to the side.
What's more to the side?